We're saying this is one other way of doing it. This needn't be the way for you, but you think of something better. Don't criticise. You do something about it. We're doing something. You know, do something else besides create more violence.
In other words, you're sitting here in bed because it's non-violent.
Yeah, it's an example of non-violence.
Yeah.
And it's the most functional way John and Yoko could imagine to do it. And we thought about it a long time.
Is this more popular than the one that you had in Europe?
I couldn't judge its popularity by half a day, you know. I'm not sure what you mean by popular, but it was pretty much like this. And if the results are as good, well, that's okay by me. Why do you have to have violence to compete? I mean, you can run a race without killing somebody, you know.
Well, when the Beatles were the top in their singing career, there was violence there. Well, there was violence there, wasn't there?
Yeah, but I think violence is not something you can just say, oh, we're not going to have it, you know. But I think it can be channeled. We've got some acorns with us that we hope to give to all the heads of state we can get to see everywhere.
What do the acorns signify?
They're symbolic of seed, which is symbolic of life, you know, and we'd like the presidents of different places to plant the seeds as a positive move towards peace instead of just shaking hands on photographs and talking about talks they're going to have about peace. I think they might think I'm going to hot up the revolution, you know. I want to cool it down.
You're against revolutionary violence, too. I like your song.
I'm against violence, you know. Period.
Whether it's...
violence begets violence, as far as I'm concerned. It's been proved by what's going on in the States and the protest marches in Grosvenor Square in London. The only result of that was a lot of smashed heads and front-page headlines about violence. And it wasn't the press's fault, nor the cops' fault, nor the minority left-wing students' fault, or whatever they're called, you know. It was just because the whole form they take doesn't work, you know. It doesn't work because that's what happens when you do that. And we're saying this is one other way of doing it. This money, I'm using my money and my time to promote peace. And when the money runs out and the time runs out, we should have peace by then.
There's a great deal of symbolism attached to peace demonstrations today, such as the bed, for example, is a symbol of peace. Do you feel that there is too much symbolism and too little positive action toward peace?
I think this is a message, not symbolism.
To stir other people and give other people incentive to create their own way of promoting peace.
Do you feel that this has been effective in the past, or do you think that it just sort of stirs up, well, look what they're doing now, and what do they hope to gain by it?
It's an incentive for other people who are interested in promoting peace to think of other ideas, whatever they are, to get peace on the front page.
Yoko, how does your daughter react to all of this? Does she seem to mind all that?
She knows what we're doing, you know. Don't talk. Yes,
you know what's going on?
And she likes the idea of me and John doing this. And she's helping us.